What's up everyone? The two best teams in the world are out. Arsenal and Bayern are gone. Mbappe was straight up dancing on heartbreak, especially Ibrahim Diaz's pain. What Mbappe did was sink the yellow submarines and add even more misery to his teammate Ibrahim Diaz in Barcelona. Even without Pedri, Barca still managed to beat the team at the bottom of the table with a 3-0 win. But trust me, it wasn't easy. The magician Lamine Yamal broke a Messi record and celebrated almost Ronaldo style over in England. The Red Devils legend Michael Carrick, who was supposed to be just a temporary coach, is now messing with the Premier League giants. Last round, he destroyed Guardiola, and yesterday he completely flipped the table on league leader Arteta. Slot hasn't tasted a league win in over a month, so does the Bournemouth loss speed things up for him? Pep Guardiola, meanwhile, found his winning rhythm again and put the Wolves down with a clean 2-0. In the Bundesliga, the fierce Bavarian giant Bayern Munich lose for the first time this season, and the culprit? Augsburg. In Serie A, the old lady leans on her son Balletti and crushes Napoli 3-0, while Allegri and Milan escape the Roman Wolves with a very valuable point. Honestly, that was survival. Welcome everyone to a brand new episode with me, where I break down the biggest moments from Europe's top 5 leagues. If you didn't hit like, I'll say you're still cool, but if you didn't subscribe, that's a big loss. So subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell for all notifications. Come and enjoy an unmatched level of excitement. Let's get started and talk about the Premier League showdown. Arsenal versus Manchester United. You wouldn't believe it. Just imagine what happened. This season, Arsenal took the lead 25 times against their opponents. They won 24 of those games. They collapsed only once after going ahead, and that was yesterday against Manchester United. That alone tells you how powerful the Red Devils really are. They turned the tables on the Gunners right in their own house at the Emirates Stadium, a 3-2 win in a match that, in my opinion, had one clear hero, Michael Carrick, a guy who's supposed to be just an interim coach, right? And yet his team managed to score 3 goals against the strongest defense in England, maybe even the strongest defense in the world. Try to argue that if you can. United's keeper pulled off a save that might have changed everything. He was barely keeping up with the game. If it was food, he would have eaten the second and the third too. But still, Arsenal managed to score the equalizer, just to show you that any big player can make a deadly mistake if he loses focus for even a second. The new Arsenal signing, the main defensive midfielder Zubimendi, made a huge error in Arsenal's own defensive area. Saliba passed the ball to Zubimendi and expected him to return it immediately. Saliba stepped forward, but Zubimendi decided to pass it back to the goalkeeper. Honestly, he should have never played that pass. A basic elementary mistake. Football 101. Zubimendi played a terrible pass. A disastrous, catastrophic error. God forgive him. Mbamo picked it up. What did he do? Cool as ice, he slotted the ball into the net. By the way, it was a split second away from being cleared by the Brazilian defender Gabriel Magalhaes. And the crazy thing is, United took the lead against Arsenal at the Emirates. Doru, the United player, absolutely cooked Arsenal. One of those plays was crazy hard. No one even noticed it. No one questioned it. But before the goal, something else happened too. Zubimendi completely zoned out. He got distracted arguing with the ref like, "Yo ref, that's a handball on Dorgu," raising his hand, stopping himself from playing. And there was no handball at all. Because of that, he took himself completely out of the play. Dorgu pushed forward and found all the space in the world because he unleashed a missile, a rocket, a brutal violent strike. That was a goal. A second mistake by Zubimendi. But Arsenal tied it. How? I swear on my life, the back heel. By default, anyone who didn't watch the match will never understand how Arsenal tied it. So go on, tell me how Arsenal tied it. I swear, the back heel, corner kick, total domination on corners. The topic got so ridiculous it became boring. Yeah, alright. Now, give me a new method. Dirtier, more evil, more sneaky than this. My eyes have never seen anything like this on corner kicks. I've been watching football since 1998. Never in my life have I seen some something dirtier, smarter, or better than this type of corner routine, to the point where two Arsenal players literally crashed into each other, and one of them, Ben White, hit the post, grabbed his stomach, walked off the field, and Arsenal still scored. Cunha, the Brazilian player, scored an insane goal against Arsenal, one of the most beautiful goals of the season. He placed the ball perfectly into the far corner past David Raya and took full advantage of Arsenal's defensive delay in closing him down. Gabriel didn't arrive late by accident. Cunha saw the opportunity, struck the ball cleanly, and finished it exactly right. Focus on Mbeumo. They signed him this season, and he scored early. If they had signed him in the summer, he would have scored even more. Third point, the question about the player who was present in the match, but I don't see him doing anything this season. The Slovenian striker, supposed to be the main spearhead, did absolutely nothing. He hasn't proven himself at United so far, hasn't shown any credentials. United are in their best period under Carrick. I swear, I saw real progress. Football is primarily a mental game. They're the same players, but the mentality, the mindset, the morale, prepare me, get me ready, motivate me, and I'll give you everything on the pitch. They're all professional players. What makes the difference at United now are tactical details and, more importantly, morale. That's exactly what United have gained now with Carrick. By the way, this is United's first win at the Emirates in the Premier League since 2017, about 9 years. And this is Michael Carrick's second win over Arteta after beating him by the same scoreline in the 2022 season when he was also an interim manager. The biggest winner from this result was Manchester City and their coach Pep Guardiola, who got back to winning ways with a 2-0 victory over Wolverhampton. That result cut the gap between Arsenal and City to just 4 points, officially igniting the title race. But I'm still saying Arsenal are the closest team to the title, and I've been saying that since before the season even started. As for last season's champion, Liverpool are officially back in another crisis period. After briefly getting out of it, they fell again, this time losing 3-2 to Bournemouth. And honestly, Bournemouth have been strong this season. That match revealed a lot of things. First of all, Szoboszlai is currently the best free kick taker in the world, not just because he scored 3 free kicks this season, but because each one was scored with a completely different technique. Against Arsenal, in Arsenal's first loss of the season, he curled it over the wall. Against Marseille, he went under the wall with a clever, sneaky shot that fooled the goalkeeper. And against Bournemouth, Salah set it up for him, and he bent it around the side of the wall. Incredible variety, beautiful execution. Personally, I really admire his technique. This Hungarian player is outstanding. On top of that, his delivery on corners and penalties is excellent. And without a doubt, Szoboszlai has been Liverpool's best player this season. Like it or not, try to argue with that if you can. The Bournemouth game proved that Liverpool's players lack experience in dealing with tough situations. You could even call them naive. When Bournemouth scored first and Joe Gomez got injured, the team didn't clear the ball out or commit a tactical foul to stop play, so a teammate could come on and cover Gomez's position. The players didn't react, and as a result, Liverpool conceded a second goal because they were short-handed. Last season's stars, Mohamed Salah and Virgil van Dijk, have seen a scary drop in form. Salah is missing a lot of easy chances, and Van Dijk is directly involved in catastrophic goals. In fact, Van Dijk was responsible for almost all 3 goals Liverpool conceded in this match. Don't let Salah's goal or Van Dijk's assist fool you, because when we judge players like Salah and Van Dijk, we judge them based on the level we know they're capable of. That third goal Liverpool conceded after the 90th minute was literally a carbon copy of a goal they previously conceded against Crystal Palace, almost at the exact same timing. Honestly, Liverpool have started getting punished in the exact same way they used to punish other teams after the 99th minute. A long throw-in, chaos inside the box, bodies everywhere, and then a goal where you don't even know who actually scored it. Overall, Liverpool are going through a really bad run in terms of results. Their last 5 league games are 4 draws and 1 loss. Yesterday's defeat included. Spanish newspapers have started talking about negotiations between Liverpool and Xabi Alonso, the former Liverpool player. So far, nothing this is confirmed. But if Liverpool continue at this level, it could accelerate the departure of Arne Slot. Now, let's talk about the illogical Calcio. Bayern lose in the Bundesliga and against Augsburg of all teams. This is Bayern's first loss of the season. Neuer wasn't available and Upamecano was missing from the back line. Bayern went up 1-0, then conceded 2 goals. goals within just a few minutes. Remember what we said about the Manchester United goalkeeper, that one save can flip the entire match and change the whole script? That's exactly what happened here with Augsburg's goalkeeper. He saved a Luis Diaz shot that, if it had gone in, would have made it 2-0 and likely opened the floodgates for Bayern. Bayern missed a lot of chances in this match. Even after the referee blew the final whistle, Olise, the French player, smashed the crossbar. But was Bayern's attack ruthless and deadly like we're used to seeing? No, Bayern are usually much more aggressive than that. The strange thing is that this loss happened at the Allianz Arena. Bayern fans are upset, not because this loss could cost them the league. Everyone knows the league title is Bayern's. Me, you, and all our viewers know that. The real disappointment was that fans were dreaming of an undefeated league season. The Augsburg loss killed that dream. Still, I'll say this again. Bayern and Arsenal are, overall, the two strongest teams in the world right now. The strange thing is that they both lost in the same match day. Yet Arsenal and Bayern are still leading their domestic league, and both are top of the Champions League stand. Bayern currently have one of the best 3 right wingers in the world. Some people say he's the best, but I'll say top 3 because I'm biased. We're talking about a league who has already created 21 goals and is only 9 assists away from matching Lionel Messi's record. They also have Luis Diaz, Harry Kane, Carl, the young talent, and Musiala is back. They've got Kimmich too. If there's one weak point for Bayern, it might be the bench depth. This was my talk in this episode. These are the matches I watched, and I hope I did a good job presenting them. Give it a like, subscribe to the channel. I love you all. See you soon, my friends. Goodbye.